Hey guys, Norman Gregor on How to Go for our island adventure. Alright, so the one thing I love about putting up solar videos is you end up getting tons of comments from, well, you get a lot of good comments, okay, but you also get those that are the real negative ones. But anyways, I delete those so nobody else has to put up with them. The rain has been hindering my solar install, so you can see behind me I've only got half the solar panels up. And rain and a metal roof, not a good combination for trying to be up on. So I gotta wait for that to dry before I can finish. But to the naysayers that are a little critical about solar energy, the little fan that you saw running previously runs 100% off of solar energy, no battery, runs direct off solar panels, and as you can see behind me, it's a cloudy, rainy day. So here's the solar panels that run it. Okay, there they are. There's a 20 watt and two 15 watts, and that's what runs that little fan. So there's enough light right now, even though it's almost totally dark, to power that little fan. That's kind of cool. Anyways, so solar energy for you. Should you do it? Well, I guess it all depends on what you want. For me, having power, solar electricity, solar panels generate solar electricity. There's two forms. Solar energy also produces heat. Okay, so let's talk about the electricity part. If you don't care about being in the dark while the power's out, that's fine. If you don't care that your food in your fridge could spoil, or your freezer could spoil because the grid power went down, that's up to you. How much do solar panels cost for your house? It costs a lot. Okay, I'll be honest. To do your house, by the time you pay somebody to put it in and you buy the equipment and stuff to put it in, you're probably going to be in the $15,000–$25,000 range, depending on what your energy consumption is. But you don't need to start there. Okay, and I'm going to show you a couple of different examples of things you can do that are really handy. But you can start for like a few $100s. It's really crazy, and it's well worth it. Just take a look at my solar greenhouse. Okay, this is 100% solar. Okay, it's passive solar. Okay, the panels on the roof generate heat and light through to the inside, so it's nice and warm in there. Okay, it's probably 25–26 degrees Celsius in there, and outside it's right now I think we're 14. I've also got a solar panel up there so I can do electricity because I want to pump water and I want to have the light, and I also run the exhaust fans. So I want both. I want heat and electricity in this particular case. Now, you got to remember, right now, today, we're about the middle of September already. God, I can't believe how fast we're going. And Arlene came over yesterday, and she said she was putting her garden to bed. And I couldn't believe this because I guess for your outside garden, and I look at my outside garden, and it's pathetic right now. But I want you to take a look at what my inside garden's doing. Okay, middle of September in the greenhouse, and I got peppers happening. Okay, my tomatoes are flowering like crazy. Okay, and I've got just tons and tons of tomatoes on there. Okay, my cucumbers, okay, are just going absolutely crazy. Those flowers, look at them all. And I'm picking 3–4 cucumbers off a day. Okay, now this is nice and warm in here. And zucchinis, everybody's zucchinis plants are all done. Okay, mine are producing. Look at them all. Look at all the zucchinis down there. Okay, and they're producing like crazy. What else we got? Oh my God, I got my little slugs. Okay, my little slug traps work to a point, but look what they did to my lettuce. Oh, they ate it all. Anyways, ooh, look at this. It's the solar pickle. How's that? Eh? Because it's so nice and warm in here, in the middle of September, I'm still producing lots and lots of fruit. Look at these peppers. They're, and they're flowering like mad. So, tomatoes, flowering. Look at all the fruit on there still. Tons. And I picked so many of these off here. But, so this is, the greenhouse is actually a really good example of using, my greenhouse anyways, is a really good example of using solar energy 100% for what you do. I collect the rainwater off the roof. It goes down into the rain barrels out there. And I use solar power to drive that pump, which gives me water in here, and it's all fresh water, not full of chlorine and chemicals and junk like that. It's just, solar energy is something that, I don't know, to me it just makes so much more sense. But everybody's different, and I don't know, the example here is so great. Okay, let's go look at something else. Okay, so let's start talking money. Okay, so a little fan I had sitting on the ground that was running at the beginning of the video runs off of these panels. Okay, these two panels, I got those at here, got them in Canadian Tire. Believe it or not, I got them for $35 a panel. Okay, $70. $70 and a cord, probably, let's go $10 for all that. I added this one in because I want it to go high speed, so we'll say $200 for that one, because that's, no, $125 for that one. Okay, so I've got 125, 70, plus 10, plus the fan, which was $56. Okay, cheap math. How much is that? 270, under $300? Yep, around $300. Okay, a complete fan setup. Uses no electricity, no ongoing bills. You don't have to worry about fuses or anything else. Yes, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but it's 12 volts, it's pulling 4 amps at maximum, and really, if you fry the wire, who cares, right? So, and you're not going to fry the wire. It's just not big enough to even worry about it. If you want to put a fuse on it, okay, you can go to your local automotive shop, get a 12 volt, 5 amp fuse, stick it in line on the positive side, and it'll make all those naysayers happy. But for this kind of system, you really don't need it. Okay, so when you start installing solar panels this size, and this is 4 feet by 5 feet, 20 square feet of solar panel, it's going to generate 235 watts of power. When I start putting these things into series, okay, I'm going to boost the voltage up to over 80 volts a string. You want fuses? Definitely. Get them. It's suicide if you don't. Okay? You could burn your house down. You could kill yourself. Yep, do it right. Okay, so I'm at my back door. These are steps that go up to my back door. And there is no light here. Okay, so for me to put in a light, I would have had to run some wire, buy the fixtures, and get an electrician to actually do it. Okay, here, okay, I put in solar light. Believe me, I picked this LED light up. I'm going to say 25 bucks by the time I got it here from China. I bought a motion sensor switch online, and I think I got that for $12. And this is really basic install, okay? I mean, this is really crazy. Up there, I've got two 21 amp hour batteries, and I've got a Morningstar sunlight controller. I've got a fuse on the positive side up in the top there. I don't know if you can see it. This is on a motion sensor, so that will run only at night. It only comes on at night. And up on the roof, let's see if we can go up here. Can we see? Okay, there's two 20-watt panels up there. So it's 40 watts of solar panel. Okay, I'm going to say $125 a piece for those. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say $25 for that, $12 for the sensor. The Morningstar controller is expensive, okay? You're probably going to be about $250 for that by the time you get it. But it's awesome. It looks after the charge control from the solar panels. It controls the lights. It's just a wonderful little thing. And the batteries, I got those for $45 a piece. So, and some wire. Like really, not a lot of money. But this is awesome. Okay, this lights up my whole area at night, and it works even if the power's out. Okay, what else? Solar lights. Okay, man, solar technology has come so long. These things are now, oh, I'm going on, God, I had these in Calgary, you know, and I got two of those. I got one way out past Deb's car at the front of the driveway. I've got this one here. These things, when did I get these? Oh my God. I'm going to say 2007. Okay, and they've been running flawless every night, other than the odd night where, you know, we've just had like 2 weeks of cloud and rain and storm and blah blah blah. But generally they run. Okay, they're $2,500 a piece. Yeah, is it worth it? Yeah, because do you know what? If I have to dig trenches and put in underground cable and blah blah blah, lots of bucks. And for me, this has been working flawless for all those years. Okay, so I'm in the solar power shed, and this is where I did my test. Okay, so if you guys remember, I've lived here now just over a year. Okay, and what I want to do in the first year is I want to test the solar capabilities here to see if it was worth it to invest the money in putting into my house. And it obviously it is, because that's what I'm doing. So what I did is on the roof, I've got 500 watts of solar panel. Okay, half a kilowatt. And it's coming in. It's got a Morningstar charge controller. It's controlling that. There's actually two of them. Okay. The wind turbine is also on here, but here's the gauge. Okay, so right now our state of charge is 100%. I've got, and this scrolls through, so there's zero wind coming in, and so far this month I've got zero. My battery voltage is at 14.1, and I got a trickle charge of 1.6 coming in. So far today I've put in 264 amp hours, or this week, sorry, 264 amp hours of power. So that is running my shed. That runs the lights, and I charge all my renewable, or all my solar tools, my lawnmower, my weed whacker, my rototiller, chainsaw, all this stuff in here, lights, I got my radios, everything, and they all run off of this 2,000 watt Kotex pure sine inverter. Now, this I can also use as a backup, okay, for when the power goes out here, and it does go out here quite often. So this thing, and I did the numbers on it finally, and I compared it to what I got out of Calgary out of the same configuration, and believe it or not, in the year overall, okay, I got 22% more energy on the same system here in Haida that I did in Calgary. So for me, it's definitely showed that it was worth it. Now people are telling me we had an exceptional year this year, it was very nice, blah blah blah, but you know what, we didn't, Calgary gets lots of snow. Okay, so let's head back over to the solar greenhouse. So is solar right for you? Maybe, okay. If you're in an apartment, if you rent your place, you know, if you don't have a permanent place to live, investing in solar is probably not a good idea. But if you own your home and you've got a place to do it, I would highly say it's worth your time to look at. You know, I put a metal roof on this because for me, the metal roof is actually the best for solar because it a metal roof actually stays cool. So, and that helps keep your solar panels cool. So that's something good. But don't if you're going to jump into solar, jump in a small way. Put a light up. Do something. Test it out for yourself and see if it works for you. And if you've got space for a greenhouse and you're in a climate that you need it, then I would definitely support it because I'm producing still vegetables and I'm going to be producing it for quite a few months. Well, all my neighbors are putting their gardens to bed. Solar is not just electricity, it's heat, it's light, it's all kinds of stuff. And even rainwater is actually solar energy. So utilize it the best you can. Alright guys, you have a great day. From McGregor on Al's Hideaway.